Psychologists have proven that intelligence is much more complex than a single number that we often refer to as our IQ score. My name is Autumn.
And my name is Sarah.
And we believe that IQ tests are not valid measures of human intelligence because they are misleading, unfair, and discouraging. What do you know about your IQ score? Researchers have shown that if a person learns that their IQ score is below average, it can be a shattering experience for them. They may want to withdraw themselves. However, it should be remembered that having a high IQ does not ensure success. Our brains are so complex that our intelligence has to be broken down into several subcategories. Some of those subcategories include logical, linguistic, mathematical, spatial, interpersonal, and musical. IQ tests are misleading because they only state what they do measure and not what they are excluding. IQ test scoring is the average IQ is about 100. So average humans score about 100, and that's within the 70 percentile. Einstein's IQ, as you can see here, was above 160. The IQ test is invalid because its questions are oversimplifying the ability of our intelligence. The IQ test cannot measure the entire spectrum of our intelligence. Researchers have determined in the largest online study on the IQ that results from the test do not exactly show how smart someone is. Millions of people across the globe take IQ and personality tests in schools, colleges, and now it is being a part of applying for jobs. But researchers have also shown that different circuits within the brain are used for different thought processes. It also showed that the meaning of separate tests of short-term memory, reasoning, and verbal skills are also needed to measure someone's overall intelligence.
The problem with IQ tests is the fact that too many people are being discouraged by their IQ test scores. The IQ test labels each individual by a single number, which would not be an issue if the test were more broad in its field of measurement. With the IQ test being so generalized, it makes it nearly impossible for individuals to actually consider the entirety of their intelligence. Essentially, the IQ test is unfair and needs to be modified. The first critique is that people believe IQ tests in general measure your intelligence, removed from all of your prior experiences and knowledge. Research determines that confidence and self-expectations are a leading factor to low IQ test scores. On the opposing side, someone may believe that the IQ test is indeed a valid form of measurement for human intelligence. One may assume this opinion by being influenced by the IQ test in childhood or adulthood. They may have a significant amount of knowledge of the IQ test, or they may be positively affected by a high score. One may also assume this opinion by a person who strives to enhance their knowledge, such as one who is committed to school, versus someone who likes to receive their information and not work for it. Intelligence testing has also been accused of unfairly stratifying test takers by race, gender, class, and culture, of minimizing the importance of creativity, character, and practical know-how, and of propagating the idea that people are born with an unchangeable endowment of an intellectual potential that determines their success in life.
IQ tests should be reproduced into a more composite version that will eliminate the test from being focused only on general intelligence. They should be modified to measure as much of our intelligence as possible in all of the subcategories that it entails. The IQ test should also not be scored by one number. With a more well-rounded inquiry, individuals will be able to receive more accurate score. The IQ test should also not be timed. Some people do not do well under pressure. That one number that cannot possibly detail the breadth of someone's intelligence, says the Encyclopedia of Mental Disorders. One number assigned to a child or adult's intelligence and grasp of traditional academic subjects is not an accurate way to measure IQ. What's more, a poor IQ test can limit a child's aspirations due to the one score that he is labeled with. One such variable as a thinking style, some people rush to find quick answers and miss details. Students should not be timed for that specific reason.
If there were to come a new and improved IQ test that measures all aspects of intelligence, a whole new world will open up. More schools, major companies, and people from all over the globe will be taking the IQ test. Individuals' confidence will rise, and that will spread happiness and positivity throughout each country. People will also be satisfied to know their accurate intelligence, and it will spread the word along.
Now, if you have not yet taken IQ tests, we suggest that you do. We recommend that everyone takes an IQ test once in their life to see what it is like for them and how it affects them personally. After you take this IQ test, you want to ask yourself a few questions. How did you feel after taking the test? Was it misleading or discouraging for you? Do you think that the IQ test is a valid form of measurement of human intelligence is the real question. By taking IQ tests over time, it can be helpful to discover strengths, weaknesses, and change. Most tests provide breakdowns of what areas a test taker excelled in and which sections caused the most problems. Therefore, the IQ test does not, and we believe that the IQ test is not a valid form of measurement of human intelligence because it is misleading, unfair, and discouraging.